Hey guys, so I'm going to build an AI sales agent fully transparent in front of you so you can see exactly how this works. And this isn't just any sales agent. By the end of this video, you'll have seen me build a fully automated system that can book calls 24/7 without you even having to lift a finger. No more misleads, no more manual follow-ups, and no more wasted ad spend. Before we dive in, let me show you what we're going to be looking at today on a checklist. This is just an example of what my calendar looks like on a weekly basis, if not more than this. This is one of my lighter weeks, and this is just a bunch of sales calls that the sales system has booked me. And that's right, a full calendar with fully qualified booked leads, all handled by our AI agent. So let's get started. First things first, we're going to define our AI sales agent's purpose. Before we get building, let's talk about why I decided to even build this AI sales agent or AI sales system in the first place. The traditional sales process has leads slipping through cracks, not enough sales calls getting booked, opportunities getting missed due to no or slow follow-up, show-up rates for these appointments that are even set are really low, and the sales costs are high and the sales teams are way burnt out. An AI sales agent or an AI sales system solves this within seconds. It instantly engages and qualifies these leads. It provides persistent automated follow-ups. It auto-schedules calls in your CRM, and it even sets up AI voicemails and reminders. In one of my previous implementations, clients went from booking 9 sales calls per month to over 40 to 50 sales calls per month. And one client generated an extra $50,000 in revenue. Another implementation generated over $127,000 last month. So let's get set up on this workflow structure and end to end. I'm going to show you and walk you through each and every single one of these workflows that ties into this whole sales agent process. First, we need 3 main process workflows. The outbound process for proactively reaching out to leads, the inbound process for handling incoming calls, and the Omni chatbot, which handles texting and messaging across all platforms. So we'll start with the very first outreach process one, which is our outbound process. So when someone either A, fills out a form, the website form or inquiry form, or B, this number is part of a lead list or qualified list of people that are interested in our system already. We have a webhook set up here that listens to all the form submissions. It waits 5 minutes after the form is submitted, then calls that user. As you can see here, there's a post request to vapi.ai, which is an AI platform that we set up an AI agent on to call and respond to these people. It is also trained and has a knowledge base of the company as well. Its second base is that it evaluates a true or false node. So if the call has ended, it goes to this next true or false node, which looks for the reason ended and make sure it is equal to customer did not answer, unknown error, silence timed out, or voicemail. If it is equal to any of these, it will go into the true node. It will go into the true flow, in which the go high level opportunity is updated, and I'm going to show you that really quick as well. As you can see here, this is an example of one of our clients' opportunity stages. You can see the form submitted, the booked call, the outbound call, the no reply follow-up 1 sent, the outbound call 2, no answer, no reply setup 2, no reply FUP 2 sent, and FUP just means follow-up in this case, and then we have a do not contact stage as well. Back to here, we have it update the opportunity, and this pretty much updates it to no reply follow-up 1. So once the person did not pick up the first time or the call abruptly ended or any of those reasons I just showed you, it'll mark it as follow-up 1 within the go high level. The next step is that it gets a row in Supabase, and Supabase is the CRM that we will be using for all of this. It tracks all the messages, tech, and everything else that sets up with this whole system. So it checks whether or not this user exists by looking for the go high level contact ID. And the way we get that is also through this webhook here. So once the form is submitted, we can see if the person has submitted a form, or we can see if the person has contacted us through any other part of our business, right? Through text, through email, anything else, any other platform. And if the user has not been in the system before, we set up a custom generated UUID for their user, and we create the user within Supabase as well. But if the user does exist, we just go to the next node, in which both will be a conversation created, as well as a transcript stored of that call data, as well as the stage updated as well. So we're tracking the stages both in Supabase and go high level. So that is the first part. The second part is the lead answered. As you can see here, we analyze the sentiment of the call transcript. We can tell if the user has booked a call or has not booked a call. As the user has booked a call, we get the row in Supabase. Then again, same flow. If the user has not been in the system before, we create a unique ID, create the user in Supabase, and if it has, it just goes to the next step, creates a conversation, stores a transcript, then updates a stage, and then we have the update go high level opportunity again. As you can see here, we update it with their email under booked call. So then this goes into booked call here. And then if the user did not book a consultation based off of this analysis of the call transcript, we analyze the actions needed for us. And this is basically telling us whether or not we need to mark the opportunity as do not contact or see what the next steps of action to take are. We also get a feedback agent is the next step, which analyzes the call transcript and kind of tells us where we can better improve on in terms of prompting or call quality. We get a run Supabase. Then again, we see if the user has been in our system before. If they've not called us before, we will create a unique ID again, create a user. Same thing if they have been in our system, we just go to conversation ID as well, create a transcript, and then we update the stage and the CRM to did not book call. And then again, we are tracking this. All right, and that's all for the outreach process 1. Let's go back. Now I will show you our inbound setup. It says need setup, but I just did not change the name, so I'm just change that now. Now we will go into the inbound setup, right? Same thing, webhook. So if someone calls the number, right? We have a piece of code here that generates, we have a code node here that looks for the user data. We have an OpenAI node here that looks for the transcript given from VAPI. This webhook, by the way, is a VAPI transcript. So if anyone calls the number, it will send the data automatically after the call to this webhook, right? We get a run to base. We see if that user phone has been called before, or we see if that user phone has called our inbound number before. If not, we will go to a go high level request in which we add the phone number into our go high level CRM. We also do a sentiment analysis, right? If they booked a consultation or did not book consultation. If they did book a consultation, we update the contact in go high level to booked consultation. We have another node here that generates a UUID, same process as well, in which we create the user, create the conversation ID, create this, store the transcript, and then update the stage within Supabase as well. For the sentiment analysis, if they did not book a call, we will analyze the actions needed. Same thing as the last step, right? Analyze the actions needed. If they need to be marked as do not contact, we do that. Analyze the feedback. We have a feedback agent that analyzes the model itself. We have a code node that generates a unique identifier. We create a user, we create a conversation, and we create the call transcript and the reason for. We store the call transcript and the reason for improvement, as well as update the stage. And as you can see here, this is only if the user does not exist in Supabase, right? If they do exist in Supabase, we go to the sentiment analysis node up here, which is basically the same thing. And we have all the data we need because we have the go high level ID already set up. We do the same thing, analyze the actions needed, create conversation, store transcript, update stage. If they did not book a call, if they did book a call, we have the AI agent determining the name and email from the transcript, storing it within Supabase as well as a conversation. And that's the setup for the inbound agent. So we're gonna go back here. And now I'm gonna show you the Omni chatbot that covers all platforms within. And now I'm gonna show you the Omni chatbot, which covers Facebook, Instagram, email, and text messaging, which is pretty cool. So as you can see here, we have a webhook that is set up within Go High Level. As you can see here, I'm going to show you this here. This is the Omni chatbot within Go High Level. So any of these triggers across all platforms, there is a condition that's set here that basically checks if the customer has replied or not. Then all of these webhooks are set up with this end-to-end workflow right here, right? So all the information, all the data will be sent to this webhook, and this is how we're going to respond instantly to every single person that will reach out to us across all these 4 platforms. So the webhook is here. We get the row from Supabase. Then again, if the user does not exist, we go to the false node. We create a response for this user. So say they're texting us on Instagram. We have this AI agent attached to a think node, as well as the AI agent chat model. We have the different tools that it can reach out to. So we have a do not contact if the user is angry or upset. We have a book acuity, which basically ties to a calendar acuity to book an appointment. We have an update appointment. We have a get appointment to check the dates for the appointment date. We have a get appointment. We have a get appointment to check for the available appointment dates. We have a cancel appointment as well. We have a get acuity available dates. And then we have a check acuity available dates. These are just for the additional calendars for this client's website. So there's no need to worry about that. Then we also have a window buffer memory, which temporarily stores the user text messages or emails within the chat itself. Then again, if the user does not respond, we respond to the webhook with a 200 code. Then again, we create the user ID because we do not have the user within Supabase yet. We store it, create the user chat store, and then create the assistant chat store, which stores both the messages for the user and the assistant. Now, if the user did respond, which this is false, this also goes up here. So then we create the conversation, we create the user chat store, we create the assistant chat store as well. The only steps that we're missing are the code node and the edit fields node, right? Because the user responded to us. So if the user does exist in Go High Level and we've already talked to them before, so the user does exist in Go High Level and Supabase and we've talked to them before, we will go to the true node and basically create a response for this user as well. Same nodes here, as you can see here. And we also have a Google Sheets node, which reads the appointment types for and we also have a Google Sheets here that reads the appointment types and the data and kind of creates some knowledge base for this AI agent. Forgot to mention down here, they're also down here as well. We have the exact same tools that we are accessing here. If the user does not respond, then again, we will go to the edit fields. Then again, we will go to create the conversation, create the chat store, create the assistant chat store. And if the user does respond, it goes up here again, which stores the user response without response. So basically, if the user does respond to any messages, it will always store in Supabase as here. And if the user does not respond at all, we will not respond, but we'll store the user messages. That's the whole workflow for the chatbot, as you can see here. And that's the whole workflow for the inbound chatbot. And all of this data is tracked via our CRM, which is built with Vercel. And you can see here all the messages sent, received, all the follow-up sent, all the phone calls in and the phone calls out, as well as the calls booked. We can see performance analytics as well as the actual messages that are sent through the chatbot. And this also ties to the website chatbot as well, which I will show you really quick here. As you can see here, this is a chatbot widget, which is basically set up the exact same way, but it's just tied to Go High Level in a different way. As you can see here, we can also see the call transcripts, which is pretty cool. We can listen to them in real time. And also, if we want to, we can go to the exact conversations of each person, as well as the context for everyone that has been reached out to or contacted the company directly. So we have created the outbound calling process and the inbound calling system, as well as the messaging response system. And I've showed you the CRM, and now I will help test the system. So we will go to the chatbot itself and we will type a message to it and we will see it appear in real time within the executions of this tab. I'm going to show you how it works really quick. Hello, looking to book an appointment. You can see here, thank you for reaching out to the clinic. To assist you with booking appointment, could you please give them my name and my email? There we go. Asks us about the treatments and kind of wants to close us, see where we want to book an appointment for. So let's talk about I want to look. And as you can see here, I'm going to show you the actual chat messages that would be coming through. So you can see here that I'm the one that's chatting with this bot right now, and we can see the executions as well. So we'll look at the webhook here. We can see kind of what I said here. I went to look into anti-aging, going to Supabase, storing the entire conversation as well as my chat and the assistant chat as well, which is really cool. We can see it storing the window buffer memory as well and replying to it as well. And following through this flow with the false node, which means I responded. So let's go back to here. Yes, I would like to learn more and book a consultation. So you can see here, I'd be happy to provide more information. Would you like to check the availability for consultation? I'm gonna say, yes, I would. All right, Vancouver. And I'm going to show you this really quick. It's going to prompt our checkability, which basically checks whether or not it's going to prompt our check availability in Acuity node, which checks on the calendar that the user has, that the company has, whether or not they are free or open on that day. So let's ask, let's ask actually, when is the next available time slot? Great. So it says here, Vancouver location, May 4th to 15th, May 14th to 15th, and then May 28th to 31st. So that works perfectly, as you can see here. And then we're going to prompt it some more. Can we do May 14th at 3 p.m.? So obviously they have a appointment slot open for us, but I'm not going to book it, of course, because I don't need any services from this company right now. This is just a demonstration of how this exactly works. And there we go. We have tested the complete system, and now we will review the results. So let's see what we've built today. We built a complete AI sales agent that handles all outbound calls. We built an inbound call system that basically qualifies every single lead. We built a messaging system that works across every platform, so you don't have to connect or integrate any apps like ManyChat. We built a full custom CRM for tracking KPIs and follow-ups. This system overall will engage engage leads instantly, qualify these prospects automatically, book calls directly on the calendar, follow up persistently, and never miss an opportunity. Based on my previous implementations, you can expect 4.5 times the amount of booked calls, higher show up rates, reduced sales costs, consistent results 24/7, and a potential $50,000 more in monthly revenue. So that's it. We've built an AI agent under 30 minutes. We built a full AI agent within under 30 minutes that can handle your entire sales process on autopilot. If you want to implement this in your business and don't want to build this yourself, check out the link in the description and book a call with us. We can customize the solution for any of your needs. We can customize the solution for any of your specific business needs. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.